Yeah, just thought I'd post a little update video here. It's been over a week since y'all last heard from me, and quite a bit has happened over that time. I got the power turned on. The power company, Entergy in this case, they came out and they ran me a nice shiny new power line out to the utility pole and put me in a meter. And these are some rusty old fuses I found in the ground when digging up the trench for the ground rods. Got the yard cleaned up here. I don't remember if all that junk was gone in the last video or not. I know I had it all cleared out from under the house. Got some lights on out here. Now this mess y'all see, this is all just temporary, just to light the place up at night, hopefully deter the crackheads. Got one hanging up there. Got that side yard cleaned up. I've still got these two little stumps here to remove. You can see where I took an axe and hacked that one up pretty good, but I still need to finish it off. And then I got that little one right there that needs to go. Hopefully that one will be pretty easy. I've still got that stump to get rid of, and that one, but I got rid of a bunch of little stumps out here in front of the porch, including that big one that was standing like a foot tall. I just took an electric chainsaw, cut it off down below grade, and then put dirt over it. Utility companies have been out here marking the ground for me to let me know where the underground utility lines are, because hopefully in the not too distant future I'll be running a new water line from the meter to the house and a new sewer line from the house to the sewer. That door shut, and I got the inside of the house cleared out. It costed me $200 to get rid of all the junk on this property. The city charged me $50 to get rid of the pile I put out in the ditch, and then I had a guy bring me a dump trailer. It was $150 for a big ass dump trailer to haul off all the stuff that I had drug out from under the house, plus about a room and a half worth of stuff out of the inside of the house. I kept this stainless steel sink, this built-in ironing board that I may or may not use. And as you can see, I've pulled some temporary wiring through here just to get some lights on. This kind of a real crude installation. This wire's just twisted together and taped up and screwed to the ceiling with plumbing strap. Here's where I drilled a hole through the wall, put the wire into the disconnect box, and what I did, I took the 100 amp main breaker out of that disconnect box and put two 20 amp breakers in there, one for a cluster of outlets to plug things into, and then one for this line here that comes in and runs these lights just to, get the lights on in here so this place can be seen at night, and so that of course I'll have some light on in here to work. And I do have all LED bulbs in here. This is one of those triple bulb light fixtures from the 70s. Came out of my mom's apartment 2 years ago. Before I ran off to Illinois, I put up a ceiling fan in the bedroom that me and Sarah are now living in. Nothing really much to report here other than it being much cleaner than it was the last time you guys saw it on video. You just got a drop light hanging in here plugged into extension cord. This mystery UF cable here. Oh, I guess I can pull that out. That must have went below the house or something, who knows. But here it comes out. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I also pulled that Romex that was hanging down out of that hole. I've got the rest of that pulled out. And this is actually, what I used here is actually some of that Romex that my buddy pulled 15 years ago. I reused it just for this temporary wiring, but when I go to actually wire the house up, I'm going to use all new wiring. And now that this place is cleaned up, you can see the structural problems I was talking about, or how these floor joists over time have rotted, and the crude patchwork that was done to keep it standing. We got partially rotted joists there, and they just nailed some 2x4s on each side of it. That's real crude and nasty. And that patchwork there for subflooring. And this joist I'm standing on here doesn't appear to have had anything like that done to it, but we've got a watch raw step. You can see we got a splice there in the subflooring. Looks like they had cut back the subflooring and probably had a piece of plywood or something nailed. And then we've got a rotted away joist here, and that back band joist there. I don't even know what the fuck is even holding up that bathroom anymore. You can see a piece of copper pipe sticking out of the ground from where I was ripping the old plumbing out, and that stubborn piece of pipe must be buried in the ground pretty good because I couldn't get it to come up. But whenever I tear this old bathroom off, hopefully that'll come out. And these two wires here, I suspect this one goes to this outlet, and this one probably goes up into the attic because I can't pull this out. No matter how hard I yank on it, I cannot get that to come down. And this outlet looks like it was put in before the paneling went up. That's attached to the old lath and plaster, and it looks like when they had put the cabinets in here, they had put the cabinet right over the top half of this electrical socket. And which these cabinets are long gone. They were gone way before I bought this house. I'm not even sure if they were here when my buddy bought it back in 2003, or they probably were. He may have been the one that took them out. That outline there, that's where the water heater used to be. Base cabinet there that had the kitchen sink in it. Washing machine went there in the corner. You can see an outline for a paper towel holder and the outline for the cabinets. And what's funny is they're all at different heights. That one's higher than that one, and that one's lower than the other two. So whoever put the cabinets in didn't even bother getting them all the same height. And this wall right here, this is probably why my buddy took out the lath and plaster on this wall and kind of stripped it down to the framing, because you can see we've got a compromised stud there, and I don't know what happened here. Looks like a big old chunk was cut out of that or something, and it kind of split there, which at first I thought I might tear this wall out and reframe it, but I'm thinking I'll probably just sister up these two joists, because it's just a divider wall. It's not structural by any means. You could tear both this wall and that wall out and it wouldn't affect the structural integrity of the house at all. And then you can see 3 ceiling fans that I saved, and some light fixture shades, and some electrical outlets. I could use this if I needed power in here. I could screw this into one of these light sockets. Yeah, that's what's been going on so far. Hopefully I'll be getting a job soon. There's a factory in Jonesboro that's going to be calling me in probably Monday for a welding test. And how I do on that welding test will determine whether or not I get the job and what the job will pay. I'm thinking one of the first things I'll do when I get the job is get myself a car, because, you know, me coming back down to Arkansas happened because both of my cars broke down, and then I got evicted from my apartment with only 1 day's notice. So right now I do not have my own car. I've been driving my mom's car and my dad's spare SUV, Chevy Trailblazer, and so probably the first thing I'll do is get back into my own car, and then after that, my next project with this house will be tearing off that bathroom and reframing this floor. I'm going to tear the rest of this finished floor out, tear out the rest of that subfloor, and tear out these old rotted joists one by one and replace them. I'm not going to do this shit right here that people have done, just tacking shit to the side of them. No, I'm going to tear them all out and replace them. And I'm going to put down new OSB subfloor and frame up the divisions for the new bathroom. There's going to be a wall that runs along here. The new bathroom's going to be 5 feet wide, which is the length of the tub. So the bathtub's going to go here, and then it's going to be a divider wall that goes the whole width of the room. The washer and dryer are going to go there, and then the sink, the toilet and sink are going to be on this wall, and then about here, I'm going to frame in the closet for the HVAC, because I will be putting in central heat and air in this house. And I'll be putting an 8-foot drop ceiling back here in the kitchen and bathroom that I can run my ductwork in. I'll leave the living room and bedroom at 10 foot. I'm not going to put drop ceilings in living room or bedroom. And I'll just run the duct for the living room and bedroom HVAC registers through the attic and put those round ceiling registers in. And I'll run all my plumbing through the drop ceiling space so that it will be within the conditioned thermal envelope of the house and keep it from freezing in the wintertime. But yeah, that's what's been going on so far. Pretty much what I got left to do before I can get the house livable enough to, because I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in previous videos. What I'm going to do is once I get the house to a point where it's just good enough for shelter, I'll set this front living room up like a motel room. I'll come in here and I'll clean, probably throw down some rugs to cover this shitty old floor, patch that hole, spray foam the drill holes for the wiring, fix the ceiling. You can still get these ceiling tiles at Lowe's, so I'll probably just replace the bad and missing tiles and put in a bed, mini fridge, microwave, and a TV. Have this set up like a motel room. But before I can do that, I gotta put in new doors. That one doesn't latch, and it's really crudely installed. This was a 36-inch door, and this is a 32-inch opening, so they just cut this door and crudely nailed it up to the jamb on half mortise hinges. And then I thought, well, it should be obvious why this one back here needs to be replaced. And I'm not sure if I explained this in a previous video, but I'm the one who did this, who busted this door up like this about 3 years ago when I was doing the house next door. I had one of these type of doors that needed a new top thing. I don't know if that's a stile or rail. It's been a while since I looked into the construction of these old doors, but this top piece here, I needed it for another door, so I came over here and salvaged it from this one. But I'm going to get new pre-hung door units and put them in so I can get the place secured. So once I get the new doors in, get this get that bathroom tore off, get this kitchen floor reframed and closed in, then I'll come in. Preferably, I'd like to get new windows put in, at least up here in the living room. Get new windows put in. But if I can't, I'll just get the shrink wrap kits. I'll probably get some plexiglass or acrylic or something to screw over these windows to keep water out, and then get shrink wrap kits to seal them up, just to get me by until I can replace them. That window is a pain in the ass. It doesn't like to stay open. Every window in this house has broken or cracked glass. And this one here, you can see that top sash is hanging partially open. Probably nail this window and this top sash shut where it can't fall down, and then just fill that in with spray foam. Probably get some seal up tape and just tape over the cracks. And there's a little chip here with a hole in it. That's weird. I've never seen that before in just regular clear glass. But alright, that's the update on this house and what's been going on, what I've gotten done, and what's next to come. So stay tuned. Maybe my next video will be about my new car whenever I get it.